Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
The title for our presentations is gate valve, and for the introduction, gate valves are characterized by a gate that closes in a plane perpendicular to the flow of fluid. They are used primarily for on or off, non-throttling service. Sharing of high-velocity flow will cause a partial open disc to vibrate and shatter, which will damage the seating surface and prevent a tight seal. They are suitable for most fluids including steam, water, oil, air, and gas. Gate valve may have either a solid or flexible wedge disc. In addition to on or off service, gate valve can be used for regulating flow, usually in size 6 and larger, but will shatter unless the disc is fully guided throughout the travel. Gate valve responds slowly, requiring numerous turns of the handwheel to go from fully open to fully closed. The discs are made in either a solid or flexible wedge disc. Flexible discs were developed to overcome sticking on cooling in high temperature service and minimize operating torque. High pressure service of large size is usually cheaper than plug or ball. Gate valves are more commonly used in refineries and in petrochemical plants, where pressure remains relatively low, but the temperature may be very high. Gate valves are used less in upstream oil and gas production facilities due to high operating pressures, long opening or closing times, and severe environmental conditions when operating in marine atmospheres. The gate valve is block valve. Due to its design, it cannot control flow. Even at the beginning of opening, erosion of the seat and disc occurs, resulting in the destructions of the tight face.
The main equipment component of gate valve is actuator, packing, bonnet, stem, body, disc, and seat. And all of this is picture for component of gate valve. The function for every component of gate valve is first actuator. Actuator, which is the mechanism for opening and closing valve by manual operation. Second component is packing. Packing usually used to prevent leakage. And third is bonnet. The purpose of bonnet is to provide coverage for the internal components of a gate valve. And fourth is stem. The purpose of the stem is in a gate valve is to raise or lower the gate. And 5 is body. Body, it is a framework to hold together and it provides the passage for fluid flow. And the component 6 is disc. This used to regulate flow through the pipe and used to provide pressure tight seal. And 7 is seat. Usually seat used to provide the seating surface for the disc.
Gate valve working principle. As you can see, figures show how they work gate valve. The question is how gate valve works. When handle wheel will be rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, steam and gate will move in upward direction across the fluid flow line, and the valve will be open from the closed position and will be permit the flow of the fluid through the gate valve. Once gate valve is completely open, it will permit no resistance or very little resistance to the flow of the fluid. We can use gate valve in a semi-open condition also, but there will be one issue of erosion of a gate as a fluid will strike the gate if valve is partially open. Therefore, gate valve should be used in a completely closed or completely open condition.
Now for application. Selection of the right valve for application depends on the many factors that have to be taken into consideration, such as the process fluid, gas, corrosive or dirty, the operating temperature and pressure, duty and shut-off performance. Another factor to be considered for application is the type of bonus on the valve which provide leak-proof closure. Screw-in bonnet. This is the simplest, that offers a durable, pressure-tight seal. And the second one is union bonnets, suitable for application which require frequent inspection and cleaning. It also provides added strength to the body. And the last one is bolted bonnets, used for larger valve and higher pressure application.
So this is a advantage and disadvantage of gate valve. Firstly, advantage of gate valve is the fluid resistance of the valve is small. Because the valve body of the gate valve is the straight through type and the flow of the medium doesn't change direction, the fluid resistance of it is small compared with other kinds of valve. Number 2 is the sealing performance is better than that of the shut of valve. The opening and closing of it are more convenient than those of the shut of valve. Number 3, the range of application is wide. It can be used in medium containing granular solid and with large viscosity. It can also be used at a venting valve and a low vacuum system valve. Number 4, a gate valve is a valve that has dual flow direction. It is suitable for use in a pipeline where the medium may change the flow direction. It is also easy to install. The disadvantage of gate valve is the opening and closing time is long. During the opening process, the valve plate needs to be lifted to the upper part of the valve chamber. During the closing process, the valve plate needs to fall into the valve seat. Thus, the opening and closing distance of the valve plate is large, leading to long opening and closing time. Because there is a friction during the opening and closing process between the valve plate of the gate valve and the two sealing surfaces of the valve seat. The sealing surface is prone to scratch, which has an impact on the sealing performance and the service life, and it's not easy for repair. So next is maintenance. Firstly is use silicone tape. When we are dealing with a steel gate valve in the home, in fact we are dealing with plumbing issues. Sometimes it is necessary to shut off the water in the home because of the plumbing work or the broken pipe. Where the steel gate valve is installed actually has a weakness as it exists between two pipes that screw into either end of the valve. These areas are weak points when pipes are blocked or frozen. To maintain this connection, we should wrap the threads with silicone tape and replace it every year. Number 2 is use lubrication. As time goes by, the steel gate valve will start to get stuck. To prevent the valve from stucking, we need to periodically lubricate the stem of the valve wheel. Any type of spray lubricant can do the work. In winter, it is better to lubricate the wheel and stem once at the beginning of the month and once at the end of the month. Number 3 is be wary of rust. Rust is always a problem on a steel gate valve. We should inspect the valve regularly for rust. If there is some rust, we can use a wire brush to scrape the rust of the metal. It is also a great idea to paint the steel gate valve in order to prevent rust. We need to remove the rust before painting it because the rust can continue to spread. Number 4 is use the valve. A good way to keep this valve working efficiently is to use them. All we need to do is turn the knob to the left of the close the valve and then to the right to the open valve. Doing this occasionally will prevent the valve from sticking inside the pipe as well as keeping the wheel loose. Lastly, tighten the nuts. The steel gate valve is assembled with a series of nuts which attach the valve to the pipes and the wheel knob to the stem. Use an adjustable wrench to tighten all nuts to the right every year. Also, which is good to valve,